Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance, auto, renters and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It is now time to get our first match of the day underway. A big happy Easter to everyone, and if you're watching this around your family, if you're getting on with the celebrations, if you've just already finished them, I recommend headphones, because today is gonna be a screamer. The London Royal Ravens going up against Atlanta FaZe for match number 1 today, and myself and Chance are very, very excited to get into this one. My friend, happy Easter. How are you doing?
Happy Easter, Miles, to you as well. I'm doing great. I'm incredibly excited for the day. We saw FaZe lose for the first time just the other day on Friday. Now we get to see the bounce back. Are they going to falter, start to crack under the pressure, and we have like a lot of weird things to think about them as they go into the major, or are they going to bounce back with an absolute massacre? It's going to be exciting either way it plays out, Miles, so it's going to be a good Sunday. Yeah, a lot of talk about FaZe. Of course, they did lose a big Game 5 series against Los Angeles Guerrillas, but will they do the same against London? Well, let's find out. Let's just meet the teams right now. Let's get on with it. Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta, Georgia, you magnificent beast, you. This is 2021, baby. And the 2021 Atlanta FaZe are stacked. We got us a member of the Scuff Team of the Year by the name of Simp.
Grabs the bomb, 10 seconds left, and he realizes he can't get to the other side.
The other battle-hardened returnees are aBeZy and Cellium.
Pull away! Cellium! No, he's not even shut down! aBeZy doesn't even need to go fence!
Arcitys is here.
Can he get the angle over the top? He gets the kill! Arcitys with the 1v2 clutch!
Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta FaZe, of course, are current reigning champions from Major number 1 for Arcitys, Cellium, aBeZy, and Simp. Chance, they didn't have the best showing the last time we saw him here in the league. How'd it go?
Oh, well, they didn't really have a good Friday, but again, it's expected at some point, right? There has only been maybe 2 or 3 teams throughout Call of Duty history that starts to go on those double-digit win streaks, so they're certainly among one of the better teams we've seen in quite some time, but now it's just, again, the opportunity to see how they respond to that adversity. And of course, when I'm looking at some of their tweets, especially the one from Simp, it just puts a little bit of fear in my heart. He was playing no games, taking no prisoners. Immediately after the series, was like, no, that is never gonna happen again. I'm completely pissed off. We're gonna bounce back strong. And I mean, I think maybe 90% of the players in the league that we have, if they tweet something like that, I'm like, yeah, all right, that's what everybody says. When a guy like Simp says like that, I pay attention. It scares me just a little bit.
I am also very interested to see what an angry Simp looks like. But we'll have to meet their opponents first too, no doubt, waiting in the quite literal wings. Can't wait to get this match started. Ladies and gentlemen, the London Royal Ravens.
Dylan, whoa, up over the top, not a single given. London is burst into life. Johnny up top, that is a 4 spree for him. There's number 5.
Taking you higher, yeah, the lights getting brighter, out of control, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to go, got something to prove.
The Ravens looking to cement themselves as the kings of Europe.
London Royal Ravens coming in off of a very disappointing loss to Toronto Ultra yesterday, but for Dylan, Paulex, Shawnee and Zed, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and we'll see just how they can go against FaZe. But Chance, I mean, this is a squad that we've seen on the rise. We've seen some great success out of them. Paulex injecting a wonderful sign of life into a team that was, let's face it, it's been a tough run for London. COVID has been hitting them hard, all sorts of difficulties going their way, but mate, as far as this squad goes, the sky's the limit. It's very possible they can turn this one around, but let's have a quick look now at our game fuel keys to victory, my friend. What do London need to do today?
Look, FaZe in their search and destroy, it's the puzzle that needs to be solved, right? Guerrillas did a phenomenal job, but the maps that we have in this series, especially that Game 5 raid, I don't think you can really afford to like play passive and play for picks or anything like that. I think a team like the Ravens needs to hit them back. You need to fight for that map control and match their aggression with aggression of your own. That's where a guy like Dylan, that's where a player like Zed absolutely thrives. So when FaZe is looking to just sort of dominate the map, you have to be there in response. And then, well, we could talk about the point for control when it pops up, but I do think they need to get a little bit creative. And of course, on the flip side for FaZe, well, Miles, they're the best team in the game. They are #1 in so many different categories. And I think what they saw, or what we saw from them against the Guerrillas, is they faltered. They didn't play their game. They just kept going for all the ego chows, all these solo plays, and they just need to bring it back. Focus on the teamwork, play smart, and they should be good to go. It is an incredibly true statement for these guys. If they play their game, they should have no issues and come away with the W.
Well, that sounds great. To be like, play your game, you're the best team in the league, everything should work out for you. But let's see how we go. Quick look at the maps and modes for this series overall, including the vetoes. We're gonna get 2 garrisons, an express, a checkmate, and a raid for game 5 there. Very, very exciting to see that raid, but chance express making it through. Any crazy ones that stick out there to you?
Well, Express is honestly the best start, right? FaZe 0-2 on that map. Last time we saw those guys play, well, they got 6-0'd, so it obviously did not go well. And even for the raid, yes, it's one of Atlanta's better maps, but it's not a terrible one for the Ravens. We saw them play against Toronto just the other day. It went all the way to round 11. No, they did not come out on top, but they showed a lot of good things, and I think they've played it enough, and they've seen FaZe play it enough that you can game plan for it. So, in all honesty, it's not a bad map set for the Ravens to get. It's one of those map sets that I see where I'm like, yes, I'm expecting FaZe to win the series, but that doesn't look bad for Ravens at all. So the opportunity, I think, is here. And Miles, of course, if the Ravens get this win, they end up in the winner's bracket for the Stage 2 major. So this is a necessary one for them to get.
A very necessary one, all things considered. And again, FaZe is also still looking to tie up that top. I mean, they're in top 2 now, but who's going to walk over that top spot? I might be wrong there, but we'll find out in a minute when someone smarter than me corrects me. But here we go into map number 1. We're going to Garrison, and right off the rip, we're going to be following Simp of Atlanta FaZe, an angry man on Twitter. Is he going to be an angry man in game, Chance? I would imagine so. I'd imagine he's furious.
I mean, he might be furious, but right now he's just patrolling the middle of the map and making sure his teammates are nice and comfy inside of the actual point. But they didn't feel any pressure, so they start to move forward. And well, it's the SMGs that strike first, and already Spawn's starting to flip for the Royal Ravens, and you can see what they're doing, responding. Keeping that pressure on the back there is right now the 2 AR players, now just Paul X, making sure he keeps that P2 side of the map locked down.
Again, that's going to be Atlanta FaZe in the red arrows, London Royal Ravens in the white. Eyes on Arcitys looking towards that next hard point. 20 seconds before it flips over. Simp's going to find those kills on rotation. This is a great look already for Atlanta FaZe. And there's still a bit of a contest towards the final seconds of the last hard point. The first one, not massively productive for either team. But again, we're about to come up to even Stevens, and the Ravens have got a bit of a journey to make their way across map. Nice win from Shawnee there. Allows Zed to push forward. Again, that AR roll now making it work out for the SMG players. Over to the hard point we go, and it's going to be Simp, lone defender. He does have an aBeZy close by. We'll see. Oh no, aBeZy's just blown himself up. So now it's all on Simp. The rest of the squad making their way through top green, and the shots are now in. Here come the trades right onto the first point. Paul's going to find one. Cell's going to get pushed back. And with those kills, it looks like a clean break for London.
Oh, that is a beautiful break for them to get that early on. If you give FaZe the full lockdown on P2, you might just be thinking in the back of your mind, oh dear, that's a full 60, but aBeZy helps them out, gives them that little first blood to go their way. They take full advantage, and well, now posted up inside the point. And for Shawnee, he's loving this situation, right? He's on a 4 spree. He gets to be posted up on the back of the map and bait out his teammates, and these are kills that if he's able to get, well, again, streaks on this map can pay off massively. If you're the team and has them, and I think Atlanta might have a bit of an idea, or dear God, what nice shots from aBeZy.
I mean, I joke, but was aBeZy running stopping power rounds? That was vicious.
That was ridiculous.
That was a fast one. Either way, though, on the rotation, we've already got FaZe now set up for the goods. Ray throw with the trophy. Simp trying to watch mid-map push, slow down the Ravens' approach. They are being slowed down considerably. Simp's got eyes on plenty of players, but can't quite choose what to do here. He's a kid in a candy shop, and he's going to walk out with nothing. There we go. Zed Dylan finding their kills on the approach. Cellium now from the backside of the map. Holding the line admirably. Keeping the spawns good. You can see those players now, Arcitys and aBeZy, spawning up. And then pushing that front line forward slowly but surely, but no one able to really get on the point. And honestly, that's a good thing right now for the Ravens. 2 kills go the way of Atlanta FaZe. Chance with that. We're going to bring that fight right up to the front line of the hard point. Still, no major time gained here. Shorty's just going to keep holding this one down. Cell finally wins the kills. And now you should see FaZe get the time.
Yeah, it's a nice attempt off by the Ravens, I'd say. Again, the passive play, slowing it down when you need to, just looking for the picks to keep FaZe off of the actual hard point. And once again, slowing it down. You don't have to fly too far forward as long as you keep these guys pinned in the back of your base. And that's why a guy like Zed just posted up inside of this Gen's room, making sure these players don't have the cross. And, well, his teammates picking everything else up. So Ravens, not the worst setup in the world for the moment. Now they're just looking for the kills, but unfortunately for them, they can't find them. FaZe walking their way through.
Yeah, they were pretty much walking right through mid-map. There's 50 seconds left in this hard point. Burst wide open. You can see trophies galore over by the green side of the map. Arcity's going to get a kill there onto Zed, but again, the hard point relatively uncontested. Like, neither team, what is this? Is this too much respect? Is it too much of a good setup from either sides? I mean, Arcity's finally managed to get in there, immediately ripped out of it. Ravens now, chance to get on the hard point. Shawnee finds one. And the time's going to be ticking his way. Chance, this is, I don't know, this is a slower Garrison than we've seen, especially from a team like FaZe.
It really feels like both teams right now just trying to play their best to be perfect, right? If you have a 4 versus 4 situation, no one's just flying forward and throwing their way of lives to sort of start that process of trades. Everyone's looking for that first advantage. So, yes, it's a slow game, but in my mind, that just means both teams are on point, trying as hard as they can just to play nice and careful. And, well, as it stands, a nice little lead for FaZe, but obviously nothing too crazy for the moment.
We've seen some crazy leads on Garrison so far in the season, but this one could be the makings of the biggest. Here we go, aBeZy. He's going to make his way through the backside of the tank, and I talked about how weird the game sounds, and let's see what it really sounds like from the players. Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen-in with Atlanta FaZe.
One second, he's dead.
Nice.
What? Behind one, behind one. One back for it, back spawn.
He was like somewhere.
Going outer, he's going outer. He's going outer.
I'll full flash outer. He's behind bricks.
Yeah, get time. MC, I'm getting the bricks. Hold on.
Outer bricks.
I'm trying to block.
Two bricks. I got
it.
Yeah, they're gonna be green.
I have green.
Yeah, go green.
You know I'm here?
Alright, go.
I got down behind
Hold
bricks.
on, 10 time. Up green to me.
I'm light, dead.
He's stuck.
Where's your block, man?
Hold green. He's blocked out.
I'm up block.
I'm dead.
I got switch me. They premium. One's hitting set, bottom vent.
Have to watch.
On the vent.
I'll see.
Too late.
Dead there.
Oh, bro, this guy behind us somehow.
1-4.
Bottom mid.
Nice.
I'm playing green.
I get him.
Spawn vent.
I
I have your vent.
When you
get time behind me.
Just down, Christian.
Big Shawnee on top.
I'm just holding green.
Two squares, they're going in. Donnie dead. Arch.
One
Arch,
square.
I'm staying down.
Vent.
Arch.
I hit him once.
Got you.
I'm on here, Paul. I spawned out. Watch out. I try and push out. They're spawning vent. One more out. No, they're not. They're spawning out.
Stand.
I'm on bricks. Outer bricks open.
You're gonna stay up on you?
Team back.
Looking at a bricks for you.
Chance, you said to me during the break there, again, 2 minutes 18 left on the in-game clock. We are over halfway through our game time. I mean, that's weird enough in itself, but what do you think of the comms?
I mean, I think the comms are good. I think right now FaZe is just playing a very mechanical game, right? You got Arcitys on a 7 spree, but there was 60 seconds left on P1, and he's already rotating over towards this radar truck, basically to get here in advance. So they're not taking any risk, right? In a position like that, a lot of ARs will play top green and bounce back and forth between trekking like your arches and watching over like Tetris. But Arcitys is like, nope, I'm not letting any mistakes happen. I'm going to play super controlled, and well, it is paying off very well for the team. 80-point lead for the moment. Streak's gone the way of Arcitys. And just look at Ravens. They're just stuck in the back of the base. Nowhere for them to go. And Arcitys has been posted up on this hill for the past minute and a half doing his thing.
Starting to lose the feelings in his legs, you know. He's got to shake it off. Get moving, brother. Here comes Zed from up top. Nice kill once again for Arcitys. That's number 8 in a row. Looking for 9. All going to dip out. Save him skin for now. But again, as you called it, mate, it's a very mechanical, very conservative game from Atlanta FaZe. They are not letting any mistakes go by, playing this one very, very simple. And again, back to your keys to victory. Look at the fundamentals. Atlanta FaZe definitely looking comfortable here on Garrison. Ravens have not managed to find too much out of the last 2 hard points. Now, finally, over towards the third hard point, on our second set. We do see the Ravens in control. Streaks though for Arcitys is going to clean this one up. And here we go. Cruise missile from up high. They're going to dip inside, hope for some cover. Will anyone be found? Ends it like Beckham, and it's going to be 2 back of the net.
And again, just to touch on the mechanical theme, all the teammates pushed up, they got that green alley control, and they just sat there and waited for Arcitys to call it in. They're trying to do everything perfectly right now, and it is paying off well. Unfortunately, that little stretch, well, none of the kills go their way, so Arcitys is now going to take his time, but at the very least, even when things aren't going well and FaZe isn't getting the kills, they're still able to keep the Ravens outside of the actual hard point. By the way, 13 spree, make it 14 for Arcitys. I mean, again, you talk about perfect, man hasn't even been dying.
Like, that in itself is something. Finally, it took 3 members of the Ravens to bring him down, but that's what the fundamentals look like. Playing the spawns effectively, streaks coming through, you name it. 209 to 83 now. The Ravens' wings have been clipped so far here on Garrison. A slow approach now for both teams towards this, potentially the final hard point. It's now Zed, the furthest forward. Cellium and aBeZy finding kills. Zed manages to finally get in there. Paul goes forward as well. He will drop 2. Now Zed scrambling, frantically trying to find something here, but the angles just aren't there. The assault rifle players being pushed back from London. Shawnee finally getting involved. Over to Arcitys now, and it's a hail of gunfire to cut down the Ravens on the approach. My. Atlanta FaZe chance. It is watertight gameplay here on Garrison.
I mean, this has just been too clean and too easy for them so far. Everyone positive across the board, and again, just the kills. The disparity right now is as insane as the actual scoreline. Maybe a bit of life right now for the Ravens as they're able to pick up some of that final bit of scrap time, but even still, they don't have any sort of map pressure over towards this new and Cellium. Well, he can make that flank whenever he needs. Should be able to post up on top of the cat steps and find a kill or 2. There's the second one in the feed form, and even though the Ravens have flipped the spawns, obviously, I mean, we're just looking at the score line. There's basically no hope.
We are not playing for scrap points here. This is Atlanta FaZe. We are playing for thick, meaty chunks of time, and they are getting their fill. The artillery lands. aBeZy's Shotzzy are going to be dealing the damage here, and it's Cellium now on a 5 spree. Arcitys continuing this big run, going to find himself 2 more. And again, fundamentals, that's what we're playing for here. Shawnee wins a big one there on Cellium. aBeZy's going to be up next, though. Some machine guns finally get cut down. Ravens now on the approach, and better late than never. It's 249 to 100. It's got to be literally perfect from here on out, boys. And Arcitys, I mean, he is the literal perfection of a player right now. Cannot do wrong. 5 spree for him, possibly able to get a few more, and it's a single second that FaZe needs. And could it be the hardest second they fight for in this entire map chance? It kind of feels like it now.
Maybe so, but even still, I think that the small moral victory right now the Ravens can claim is, hey, we did not get a 100-point club. We showed a much stronger finish, but with that kill feed coming through, FaZe seals the deal, gets the job done, and opens up their Sunday with a dominant map performance here on Garrison Hardpoint.
And that was a fascinating map to watch. I mean, that's something that I can't wait to see, you know, the various content pieces around the Call of Duty world break that one down. Like, that was very, very well-rounded gameplay from Atlanta FaZe. Like, they didn't take any unnecessary risks. I called it conservative. At times you're kind of like, guys, why is no one on the hard point? I mean, they were truly playing for map control and dominance in the map overall from start to finish. And man, that was one hell of a hard point. One for the books, I'd say. That's the one you're going to be teaching your challengers teams, everyone back home, all the amateur players, like, how do we play hard point? Just like that. Atlanta FaZe, what a start to the series. Chance, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know what those words are, but sure, that's a great response. I think one of the best stretches of the game from Arcitys' perspective, literally, if you had a heat map of like where all the players were, he spent a solid 2 minutes. Like the 12 spree that he went, or he went on like a 14 game spree, I think it was, but like the streak that he went on, 2 minutes straight he spent on the P2 hill, just hanging out, racking up the kills, locking down that side of the map, and again, not trying to do too much. He had one job to do, and he did it wonderfully. And he followed up the spree, that 2 minutes he spent on P2, then let his teammates go and work out green alley, trade out the kills to get that early control, then you call in the cruise missile. They just try to do everything perfectly, and well, it results in the scoreline you see. The stats are ridiculous, the kills are ridiculous, the damage on point. FaZe open up Sunday the best way they possibly could.
The best way they possibly could. If you're excited as we are, Joe's pretty excited down there as well. Link your accounts, friends. Trust me. All those goodies. Link it. Click it. Let's get it. Let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's going to be even more Call of Duty fun here on Sunday. We can't wait to get in a search and destroy. See you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
And we are back here in the Call of Duty League, getting ready for map number 2. But first, we've got Mitchell and Ness. Hats, friends, snapbacks, strapbacks, and knits. Get ready to rep your squad with all new CDL headwear collection. Available exclusively at mitchellandness.com. Fine lids for you COD fans. Grab one while you can. I reckon they fly off the shelves, no jokes. But anyway, let's have a quick look at the quick scope brought to you by Scuff. I'm still tongue-tied after that performance. And chance it's a very, very one-sided affair.
I mean, absolutely. And I would say, just to touch on what happened in map number 1, it's almost as expected, right? FaZe has a ridiculous hardpoint record. Not only are they the best hardpoint team in the game right now, at least as far as the record goes, but also the best map 1 team in the game. And Ravens, on the flip side, worst team in the game on the map 1s. They never get that hot start, and I think a big part of that as well, if you don't win the coin flip, if the map 1's not your pick, Ravens not necessarily expecting to win it. So this is all part of the master plan from the side of the Ravens, right? Because look at the map we're going into for map number 2. It's Express. It's where FaZe has not found a win. 0-2 on the new DLC map. And more importantly, when the Guerrillas played it just a few days ago, well, FaZe got 6-0'd on the map. So I think Ravens, if they're coming into the series, this is basically what you expect. You lose the map 1, no big deal. But obviously, you gotta bounce back heavy on the search and destroy for map 2 and see what the Ravens can do.
Well, let's see. As we go now into map 2, back over to Express. We leave Germany, we come back to the United States, and now we find ourselves in Los Angeles at a very fancy looking railway thing. I haven't seen many of the railways in Los Angeles, and I suppose that's why this game is fiction, not fact. Here we go. A bomb site is going to be where the Ravens will make their claim. Shawnee finds a nice pick and a wonderful angle on Arcitys, but here comes aBeZy. So fast, so dangerous, finds the kill. There's 2 members of FaZe now on the flank. We've got Cellium making his way through the middle of the terminal, past the ticket booth. Here we go, aBeZy may be able to catch a player or 2 here. And oh boy, hop, skip, and a jump. Shots are on point. Simp with a pinch. Absolute perfect timing. Can Zed now do something? It's now a 2v2. A wonderful win there. Simp make his way through the back. 2-man push. They're going to cut down Paul X. 30 seconds remaining. Zed's got to find something special here. Finds the first kill. Is Simp going to be there on the trade? The 1v1. Simp is on the prowl. And that's a big win from Zed. Composure at its best. Ravens with the opening pick. Ravens with a round.
Oh, that is a great win, honestly. I mean, from both teams did stuff well, right? The biggest moment, probably, honestly, Shawnee just getting that first blood. But this is what we talked about from the side of the Ravens. What they need to do in the search and destroy, it is match that aggression with aggression. They play incredibly fast over towards the A site. Guess who's playing faster? FaZe going on the flank. So if you take just a little bit too much time, FaZe is going to be happy to pick you apart. But big clutches from Zed as well. Making the reads down low over towards A. So the start that Ravens wanted, the start they get. And now, again, aggression on aggression. Everyone towards B.
Oh, everyone's so angry on this Sunday. Oh, aBeZy's going to start it off. First shots are going to be there. Nice bit of work on the team fire. Again, all you have to do is put a single bullet in a Shawnee there to get it. And that's going to be a 3v2 now. It's Dylan and Paul have to back up. You're going to relinquish the B-bomb site. London, though, they're on the sort of slow defense. On Paul now, making his way forward. He actually could catch this player transitioning. Hi, aBeZy. I'm Paul. Nice to meet you. Big gun, big win. Arcitys now making his way forward. Oh, dear. Unfortunate timing, but can Paul finish it? Arcitys going to make him work for it big time. Dylan now on the flank. Great timing. Manages to get a kill out of this one. Cellium in a 1v2. This has been an awkward little ring around the roses by the bushes. Cell now hurt. Paul's going to get the trade. Ravens. Another interesting round here on Express.
Oh, yeah, that is it. I mean, there's so much finesse going on. I will say this is the moment. I don't know exactly what Shawnee's looking at in that situation, but I think aBeZy just being able to walk on the outer section of that just for free to get the first blood is not the expectation, not what Ravens were looking for. But, hey, make a mistake early on. Someone's got a clutch. Paul X delivers. And maybe for FaZe, this just sort of continues the woes, right? They bully out the B bomb site, get control, and try to make the adjustment and just get caught along the way. So a little bit problematic, and this is interesting, by the way. Dylan with the bomb, the only one that starts walking over towards B, maybe realizes he has it, wants to come back towards his teammates, and, well, that A site completely open. This is very much a strat right now for the Ravens, waiting to catch FaZe and punish them for their aggression, but credit is due. FaZe have massively slowed their game down.
Oh, Dylan definitely saw a player there. He definitely saw aBeZy, but oh, Arcitys, that angle is unbelievable. A wonderful way to start this one. Bomb's going to go down. Again, FaZe don't know that necessarily, but we do. So we're going to run with that story. Simp's trying to make the wrap. And he finds something. Shawnee now looking over towards him. Eyes on Simp. He may have actually seen him in the air. The nade. This is going to commit. Good job. Does manage to land it. Cellium from up top, though. Can he find something? Oh, dear. Zed was looking for change or maybe dropped his keys. Something there on the inside of the train, and aBeZy is going to cut him down. 3v2 chance, and this is tense.
Shawnee's just trying to bait us for teammates as well. You saw the idea, just a couple little pop shots, and Paul X, the bait works just for the trades, but now you're stuck in a 1v2, and you get chopped down immediately. Maybe a little bit unfortunate. There's a lot of just like tiny things that are just like unfortunate for FaZe right now, right? Just have an attack instead of the flack so the nade gets the kill, but c'est la vie, you get the first blood anyway, you win the round, and of course, Shawnee, not a lot he can do, especially with that bomb being down so far away across the map. So nice for FaZe, stabilized. That's the first round of Express they have won in quite some time, so I'd like to see them getting on the board.
Who knows? Could be Pringles now that they've popped it. Who knows? But nice 3 spree there from Arcitys. Once again, super aggression. Dylan sticks out just a little too long there, and aBeZy cuts him down. Cellium finds another one there. So London starting to bleed out here. aBeZy tagged up. aBeZy rechallenges! Oh, God! That was disgusting. The absolute melons on that, lad. Paul's going to find the bomb planter. Damaged heavily. Can't quite get it done against all the guns of FaZe. Wow, they bounce back in a big way.
Bounce back in a big way, and I think that the teamwork right now from FaZe is just too on point, right? Dylan's getting shots in from a different teammate. aBeZy had a little bit of help, and, well, the help was not needed for gunfight number 2. The instant reach-out, well, aBeZy, you know, if there's one thing he does not lack, it is certainly confidence, and there's a reason why he wins those gunfights, I don't know, 95% of the time. And, well, he's on a 4 spree now as well, 7-2. For the first Blood King.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is that kind of, you know, aBeZy in that situation. Shot down, re-challenges, wins it 90% of the time. I wouldn't be surprised if you're in the ballpark with that figure. Here we go, though. It's another aggressive round. We're going straight into B. Simp's on the other side of the bomb. As soon as he hears something, he heard something. Nice kill. He's going to be there. No, no one's in position to maybe get that one. Cell just about catches the hitbox of Zed there. Could barely see the player. Nice job from Paul to try to make this a manageable situation, but 1v3 against 3 of the most formidable opponents in the league. Good luck, Paul. I mean, this is going to be a tough one. Arcitys going to check. Oh, wow. Good shots. Not enough to get the kill, but damn, Arcitys has got to dip. Although, he is not showing any fear whatsoever. This is a 1v4. He's now made a 1v2.
And you see after that moment, both of these players stacked up. FaZe knows for sure they have the bomb down, and, well, he crosses too far. Simp's got this angle covered, and the team shots are going to be there eventually. Unfortunately for him, no nades, but he's got both players in his line of sight.
Paul is taking this fight. Like, not many players are going to square up against these two lads. Like, he's really going for it, and all things considered, in a 2v1 situation like that, he should have lost it every single time, but man, Paul X really making FaZe sweat for those rounds. Still, that's going to be 3 straight for FaZe.
3 straight for FaZe and getting the job done. Again, the aggression, I liked what I'm seeing from the Ravens, but, I mean, they don't even clear out ticket booth. I don't even know if they threw a stun inside of it to check, so Simp just says, thank you very much for that first blood. I will take that advantage and call it to my teammates. Bomb is down. FaZe potentially starting to run away with things, but they have been changing the pace quite a bit, mix and matching when they're just blindly sprinting at you, and, well, now slowing it all the way down. And Ravens not falling for any traps. You see just a spread across the maps right now from both teams.
This is the trademark tension we find on Express. See the mini-map, the overview there. A couple of players either side of one another. Again, symmetrical maps. You love to see this. 3 players now making their way through the terminal for FaZe. They're committing to the B-bomb site. Ravens on the defense, not too far out. But they've got to get moving soon. That trophy's going to give away the play. There's the shot. Dylan, oh, can't quite land the nade. aBeZy's just about going to be able to cut him down. That was a great first blood. Dylan's now down and out. The rest of the Ravens have to make their way across map, but the bomb's already been planted, Johnson. This could be a tough one.
Tough one for the retake, too, especially with only 3 players. You're going to have to rip Cellium off the head glitch as well, clear out both of these hallways. This is not a fun spot to be in. And you see they're waiting for Cellium, but the trap might be in. Paulex at least clears out aBeZy. That means your hallways are clear. Everyone else stacked up down low.
Yeah, perfect formation from FaZe. Look at that mini-map. Here they go. Simp making his way forward, seeing an opportunity to strike while the iron is hot, but he gets burnt. Shawnee's going to find something. The trades are there, but meanwhile, Zed's on the bomb. Quick defuse. Is he able to catch anything? He does. Just about gets it down. FaZe with the defense from way deep in the terminal. A great round from London.
Oh my God, what a great play call too. Not even just like the round, just the moment. I have to imagine that Zed making that call of just cover me, but again, it played out systematically well, right? You clear out the hallways, you clear out the ticket booth, you find the sort of errant player in aBeZy, everyone else is down low, you say, hey, why not? You've got the cover. As long as you protect them from either side, and well, if Simp maybe wins that first gunfight, it could go differently, but the stones on Zed to go for that play call is exactly what they need. And well, if you're feeling it like that, might as well bang out this A site. Try to get the clearance as quick as you can, because right now it's only 2 players nearby, and Zed with the first blood. Don't know. Gotta be careful. Gotta check your corners.
Oh, check it, check it, check it. Oh no, Simp. Oh, Simp. Great work. Doesn't really let much happen there as Dylan completely caught unaware. X now having to make his way forward. Simp's trying to play every possible angle alone right now. And he's doing it very, very well. That's 2 kills. That's 3 kills. And Cellium's going to grab the 4th. My word, Simp. He did it all alone.
Dude, 2 for 2 as well. This is going to be a tough watch right now. The Ravens have to just see Simp when he's at his best. Just, oh my God, he was there the entire time. What were we supposed to do? And everyone just gets battered as well. Unkillable for just doing it by himself. And again, that is 2 different rounds where Ravens like accomplish something, get the map control, get in a spot where they can start to plant the bomb, but just either don't clear out ticket booth or don't check all your corners. And Simp is there every time. Making some great play calls on defense for Mr. MVP. And I'll talk about the play calls, just going straight back towards this B site. Shawnee is by himself and he pushed out of the hallway. He's going to get trapped in. He's going to get swarmed, and Shawnee, best of luck trying to find one of these kills.
Seems to be the idea, though. Come on, boys! They get him in the end. Dylan back over towards the bomb site. Paul's going to now cut through tickets. Oh, Cellium in that position. Should just be able to see him, and he can. Paul can watch the bomb there for a tiny angle, but the way that FaZe are attacking this, I mean, they've just got this completely covered. That bomb site is theirs. Right now, London, I mean, you don't want to take these fights. You want to play for the angles. That's what Paul's doing right now. A great bit of work to make this a 3v3, and Dylan's trying to make it difficult on Simp. Man, this could, this fight could go on for another, what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds maybe?
I mean, quite some time. And you see London, actually, they're just going for the repositioning. They're just trying to cover every single angle from every single side. And right now you got number 6, Paulex. He's watching the crossed A. If that's not going to happen, you know the B plant's going to come in quickly. Simp making the move now, and sort of a similar situation. Everyone from FaZe, they're not in the hallways. They're going to be stuck down low.
Oh, Simp, no way! He makes his way forward. Does manage to get the kills, though. Here comes Cell. Shots are on immediately. Is it going to be a repeat of the last round? Will London go for the defuse? Just the top of Dylan's head! Oh, FaZe! The Krigs ring true. They do not fall for the same pile of tricks again. And this kill from Arcitys, you could barely see Dylan. Wow, what a shot that was.
Yeah, fool FaZe once. Shame on them. Or shame on you. Fooled them twice. Shame on FaZe. Well, they're not going to fall for the same thing twice, so shame needn't be administered. Earlier we had aBeZy, I believe, going on a 4 spree, 7-2, and where he has maybe slowed down a little bit. Cellium and Arcitys have picked it up. A spree apiece for either of those boys, and for Ravens, big opportunity here, right? Cellium the lone man on defense on this site, and I think they've cleared out ticket booth as well, so maybe be the first time they can confidently get this bomb down at B, but maybe the confidence isn't there. They're a little bit scared, and Dylan, he's actually taking that bomb towards the hallway, and Arcitys, the one playing aggressive, maybe looking for the opening to try to go on a flank.
Yeah, we saw Paul get the opening blood there on the Simp. Still holding the line here towards the aBeZy. And honestly, I mean, you've still got 2 players towards B for London as well. Watch out for those nades, Arcitys, they'll get you. And just waiting for something. What a spot that was. What an angle just to catch Paul. And now Cell gets the intel. And Cell, oh my word, almost gets both. Now, over to Arcitys trying to pick up the pieces. Paul makes the read. Doesn't matter. Simply doesn't have enough hit points to get the kill. And now it's 2v2. And the bomb is down. Ravens have got to go recover this one.
You got Arcitys playing patient enough that they know he's trapped. But, well, there's the trap set up and bait, and aBeZy should have gotten the information for Shawnee, and of course he knows the other player's over, so for the 1v2, a lot of potential here. Catches him again, and the bomb is down. He's got to know. Just play around this B site and play for the timing, and Shawnee on the flip side, well, in a scared position, time is ticking down. He's not even making a move for the bomb. 8 seconds left, and aBeZy, again, just needs to time it perfectly, but Shawnee going on the hunt, doesn't have time to make anything happen, and the patience from the kid pays off. FaZe win the round, kill not needed. 2-0 up on the series, and they get the express win that they needed.
And that is, honestly, from Shawnee's perspective, he's making the read. He's like, aBeZy's an aggressive player. aBeZy's going to run at me. He's going to fly at me. But no, aBeZy knows his own tendencies, knows his own weaknesses, knows what other players think of him, sits tight, and lets the clock run down. Shawnee, it was a gamble, and it did not pay off. FaZe go up 2-0 chance. They finally get the express win on the board, and it was not an easy one, but a win's a win. aBeZy, nerves of steel, great heads-up play from him. London, again, got to be scratching the chins, thinking about what went wrong there, and a couple of rounds that you just lost because, well, Simp got a 3-piece, or, you know, aBeZy went wild. Like, it's just that thing with FaZe, is whether the gameplay's on point, or whether they're just doing the FaZe things to you, it's tough to play this team. Either way, there's just stats. What a map chance.
And I'm not sure what's going on with the FaZe side of the stats, but you can just look at what's going on the Ravens page, right? They only got 3 first bloods, got first blooded, 6 times, 4 of which were Dylan. And I think a lot of those were at the hand of aBeZy. So it's sort of what you expect from FaZe, right? Maybe a round or 2 slips away from them, but they're just concentrated on their teamwork right now, concentrated on the smart plays. That's why aBeZy's not going too crazy. They're just timing out the aggression well. Even the first round that they had, right? It was the blind aggression, aBeZy flanking as fast as possible, but Simp is right there with them. Mistake-free game for the most part that FaZe has had in this search and destroy, and the exact same thing can be said about the Garrison hardpoint. Certainly, they're playing no games today on Sunday, Miles.
In playing no games, we'll be taking a quick look now at our US Army Tactical Play Round 7 chance. I think this was some Simp love and a little bit of Cellium in there as well, but walk us through this one.
This is the one I'm just trying to remember. Oh, yeah. This is
the
not even
one.
a tactical play necessarily. It was the trigger discipline to get the first kill, but doesn't make too much of a difference, right? He's just looking for the information, trying to figure out where the next gunfight is going to take. And I mean, if you give a player like Simp less than half a second to think about something, that's all the time he needs. You give him 3 or 4 seconds to think about what's going to happen, he's going to just do this all day long. Clean and easy kills for him. Nice instant challenge and winning the round, and that is in spite of the first blood they did not get. Wonderful stuff from FaZe on Express. Able to get that first win.
Yeah, we saw Cellium land that final kill. Absolutely ruined it there. We could have seen a wonderful ace from Simp in that round. Who would have known it? But nonetheless, that's going to be that. We are down 2 maps in this series. Potentially 1 more to go unless the Ravens can mount the mighty comeback. We come back after the break. More Call of Duty League action. Don't go anywhere.
This is your Scuff Team of the Week, a super team built with 4 of the top performers at the most recent event. 3 players were selected by the league, and 1 was selected by fan vote. Stick around till the end to find out who made the team. First up, it's Standy, the newest member of the Minnesota Røkkr. It's a brand new team, with Major Maniac out and Priestahh now running the second assault rifle. This young rookie rounds out the roster as Attach's brand new SMG duo. Standy's debut week saw his team pitted against 2 of the best in the league, OpTic Chicago and Dallas Empire. Talk about one crazy first week of work. However, after facing off against legends like Scump and Crimsix, it was somehow the young rookie who emerged victorious. Standy played a huge role in Minnesota Røkkr's 2-0 week, and there's no doubt that his debut match will be talked about for some time. This kid just showed up and casually dropped a 1.52 against OpTic Chicago in his first CDL match ever. Next up, it's aBeZy of the Atlanta FaZe. This week was business as usual for the Atlanta FaZe. The team entered Stage 2 Week 2 with a perfect 10-0 record and extended it just a bit more with their victory versus the LA Thieves. The win was a clean 3-0 for Atlanta FaZe, with aBeZy leading the lobby in both total kills and damage by series end. aBeZy's dominant performance versus the LA Thieves was good enough to earn him the highest series KD of any individual across Stage 2 Week 2. He's typically also the first blood king of his squad, but this week, that title was stolen by his fellow FaZe and Scuff Team of the Week teammate, Arcitys. Arcitys is kind of like the final boss of Atlanta FaZe. If you somehow manage to get past Simp, aBeZy, and Cellium, you still have to make it past the AR of Arcitys. In FaZe's first map versus LA Thieves, Simp and aBeZy definitely took the majority of the engagements, but it was Arcitys who really started punishing LA Thieves in the S&D and in the control. In the search and destroy, Arcitys was the first blood king, scoring the first kill in 3 out of the 9 rounds played. To wrap up the series, Arcitys put in a massive 27-11 game on checkmate control. That's a KD of 2.45. And finally, selected by fan vote, it's Gunless of the Seattle Surge. So far, the team hasn't had a great 2021, but they've been showing a lot more life as of recent. The team only had 1 match to play this week, but they made a statement with it. The Seattle Surge defeated the Paris Legion in a clean 3-0 series win, with Gunless leading the lobby in total kills and damage. The man was scoring 2 and 3 pieces in the respawns like it was nothing. By the time he was done with the Paris Legion, he had racked up a KD of a 1.6, the second highest of the week. And that's your Scuff Team of the Week for Stage 2, Week 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Quick look at Atlanta FaZe's KD comparisons, Chance. This is the season overall and what it looked like when LAG beat them. There you go, mate. Enjoy.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things, man. If you get beat, your KD is probably going to drop just a little bit. But I would say an interesting thing for FaZe, right? When the meta switch came through, aBeZy and Simp actually got quite a bit better, which is a scary thought because they were already like the best in the world to begin with. But making sure that 74U just a little bit better, they absolutely ran with it. But Miles, we're going into a garrison control, and one of the keys to victory was getting creative off the opening breaks for the Ravens. They're going to be on offense first, and I know like garrison is a defense-heavy map, but if you're first round on offense, I think that is a unique opportunity because there isn't going to be a trophy system to defend anything. FaZe loves to double stack top green on defense. I think they should try to do what Toronto did to them just the other day. I think Ravens have an opportunity to just bully out top green and try to get the 8-point captured straight away. Like send your 2 SMG players in that direction, let your ARs make sure that no one flanks through green like after that and play for some kills. But I don't know. I think we're going to see more creativity as the year goes on, more ways to deal with these problems, and I want to see something out of the Ravens here.
Well, let's see if it's pre-recorded or not, Chance. I'm kidding. Calm down. Jeez, here we go. But oh, they did not get that creative, mate, but they did get a couple of kills out of this, and it's all going all right. Zed finds 2. Simp can't do too much from up here. Dylan is hurt over by B, but mate, I respect that call so much, and when we play league play later tonight, let's do the same thing. But what do you think so far, mate? First ticket B's gone.
I mean, pretty much standard stuff, right? Zed has a nice opening break, but the issue is, right, you don't actually control the map at all. And, well, as soon as you die and lose the map pressure, now you're stuck in your spawn, and now Simp just gets to hang out and wait for the kills to come his way. Massive win right there from X, just to make sure that Simp doesn't go too crazy, but even still, Simp is going to fall. You got Cellium filling in the next spot, and then his teammates right there with him. So many things you have to deal with, and Cellium picking up all these one-shot kills. Well, you go for the standard against FaZe. This is what they're used to. This is now their wheelhouse.
Yeah, this is where it begins. Well, they continue to close in around the Ravens as they approach slowly but surely. It's 3 players through down low, and aBeZy says, howdy! Finds the first. Second, no, Zed just about stops it. Shotzzy now making his way towards that top green play. Nice nade, just lands to the flak jacket of Arcitys. Drip, drip, drip. There's 2 players now back on a B. Less than 30 seconds remaining chance. We will stop the clock as they capture.
Stop the clock for just a moment, and, well, maybe that B zone just going to be given up effectively for free, but no love lost right now from FaZe, right? Arcitys is making moves, and actually Arcitys maybe a little bit over-aggressive. He gets picked. That's now 3 down for the Ravens. They can make a bolt over towards A, and if they get these players for green, the opportunity is here, and you got Dylan on a 4 spree looking for the spawn kills.
Yo, Dylan's here. Big tags in Arcitys as well, and they're starting to capture A point. Arcitys does just about manage to slip away with that one, but you've got a couple players here over towards A. That's the first tick complete. There's going to be a push now from upstairs. Cellium. Oh, he only managed to get 1. The second tick now, just no. The contest from aBeZy. Oh dear, it's a plot twist. Oh boy, no spoilers, but there's still 1 player left alive. Simp's gonna get it. Oh, they just about managed to get the tick. So there's 1 tick remaining here at A. 11 lives for FaZe, 12 for the Ravens. All chance this is a spicy one.
It's a spicy one, and also I think maybe a little bit mismanaged from the Ravens, right? They got flanked 2 separate times from a player top green, and, well, stacking the point is nice, but if you have an open lane, FaZe is obviously going to try to expose it as best as they can. But obviously for Ravens, still quite a bit of time on the clock, and now a 1 life lead, and with 2 ticks of progression, obviously for FaZe, pressure's on, man. You cannot afford to lose a defense, especially not round 1.
Oh no!
Oh,
another! Wait, who saved him, Zed? Oh, Zed, you absolute savior! You managed to stop the assassination, which must have been a mistake, but either way, X is back onto the point. Cell gets the kill, the trades are there. This is absolute chaos. This is absolute mania. Dylan finally able to find the kill. Now you got to jump on point. Can anyone stop him? Diamatties are up. It's going to be a 1v1, and aBeZy just wins it. My word, what a round of control this is, my friend. 30 seconds remaining. Lives are low. He's trying to hold it.
He's trying to hold it, and, well, aBeZy right now, he's just the post-up man, making sure nothing gets crazy. You get 1 opportunity right now for the Ravens. No more respawns coming through, and you don't have a lot of time to make this happen. They're checking everything as they go, and while Shotzzy gets picked, Dylan's going to fall as well. And that should pretty much seal the deal. Is Zed now the man in the 1v4 effectively? Just simply not enough time. I will say, unfortunate for aBeZy, the assassination attempt was absolutely accidental. Probably just going for the shot punch and just happened to be behind him. But, I mean, I will say, right, Ravens certainly made it interesting. I think the bigger problem they had, not even for like the opening break, they just got flanked through green like 3 times when they were stacked up on the point. And I think they were really only to trade out the kills 2 of those 3 times, but kept making things dicey. I think maybe it could be potentially worth it just to leave someone inside and make sure you always have that controlled until you find all the kills. But either way, hell of an attempt from round number 1. Of course, they need to bounce back on defense and make sure nothing slips away.
Yep, London on defense. Let's see what they've got. Let's go for a very quick Astro Gaming listen in with the London Royal Ravens.
Green dead. Are we one more? They don't hit twice, just don't.
They might push you.
I'm not on spawn.
I'm mid now, I've got mid deck.
There's aBeZy.
Be dead.
Nice.
Push up, Sean. The green, 1 mid tanks.
I'm with you, green.
Mid tanks. For crate. They got trophy on B, trophy on B. There's 2, both absolute P1.
I see anyone, I think he's on the green.
One more plat. Lay down. Top floor.
MC really weak. I'm absolute. Oh, yeah, 1 in green.
I'm wrapping green now.
He's gonna be close ball. Yeah, he knew I was there. He's weak aBeZy.
We absolutely. On the ball, 2 He's gonna go cat says, brilliant. Up in here.
He's close, bro. He's watching over him. I'm not
give him a sec.
Need the box.
I'm gonna need point. Lay the box. Can't see him top.
I'm needed. You ready? Go. Oh, street.
You got the card, swing. Got it. 2 one's up, 2 8. 2 bricks. I see March. I'm pushing green as well.
No, he's last story. Me.
I gotta be pushing out as well. He's pushing up B. Oh no, 2 B.
I stuck him.
Grant, we're hearing the crisis comms right now for London Royal Ravens as the A zone goes, and now over to B. And FaZe, they got mans on point. aBeZy starting to get the cap. This has been a great offensive round for them so far.
Oh, just a wonderful job. I think we've seen a few teams accomplish that. Again, Toronto actually did this to Ravens just the other day of getting that A point first, putting all that pressure on, and then the B point just comes that much easier. It's the problem of the map. Capturing A is difficult. If you can find a way to get it early, it makes your job incredibly easy. And of course, for everyone that's teaming with Simp right now, your job is obviously easy when he's doing things like this. Hell of a best play for him. Nice little run for FaZe is they're looking to just bounce back from their loss the other day in the best possible fashion. They're looking for one of the quicker 3-0s we've seen all year long, and all FaZe needs to do at this point is just clutch up on defense, and they'll get the job done.
Yep. Tight rounds either way, but FaZe closing them out. Here comes potentially the last one for Atlanta FaZe. Looking to seal the deal right here. aBeZy on the defense down low. We've got one member of FaZe over towards green. That's, of course, Arcitys and the Ravens making their way through the middle of the map. Dylan, a little too eager, gets cut down there. Shawnee loses a one in the middle as well. So that one lane is now wide open. Will FaZe press the advantage? Simp loses the fight to Zed. Now you got some pressure on A.
That's actually an interesting moment for Zed. Of course, he's by himself, and he might have to worry about the flank. I don't know if his teammates quite can cover top green, but now we should know that he's good to go. And if you start to get a couple of these kills, always this pressure is here while Zed is alive, and while his teammates are there as well. The reinforcements are in. The 2 SMGs of the Royal Ravens right now trying to get captured over towards the same point. Dylan wins both the gunfights, but the third, unfortunately for him, takes him down. But the good news is, teammates still there. You still got a body on the point. Ravens might be able to pull off this early A capture.
Johnny, last moment heroics there, manages to nail it. Still capping the A zone. Couple of players now stacked up on this one. Progress at A. Final tick only remains. Over towards B we go, but it is aBeZy with a 2-piece there. Going to make B safe. Still, that should be A gone. Under now. 1 minute 40-ish to make the play towards that B zone. Plenty of lives to work with as well. 22 of them. A's just have to hold that line. Paul and Shawnee find their kills. Now an aggressive look. The remaining players of the Ravens, they know exactly where FaZe will be spawning. Will they be able to capitalize on that one chance? That's the real question.
These right now are just great spawn kills from Zed. You're just buying your teammates so much time in the worst timing possible, where Shawnee's going to fall and it gets even worse. That is a bad to worse situation, as now FaZe actually able to stabilize, clear the 2 players out of their base, and back to this 50-50. Of course, for Ravens, though, their job is so much easier when they only have to deal with A, but they're finding none of the kills, and now they might have to deal with getting spawn trapped. Arcitys has already pushed up towards this green alley, and the rest of the teammates stacked around the middle of the map, stacked up the point, and look at the map pressure FaZe now has. A wonderful setup to try to hold this B point. Of course, this next set of kills right now is everything for the Ravens.
Snap of the finger and a flick of the wrist, and just like that, they have nearly full control of the map. Shawnee's going to manage to find a slight opening. aBeZy slams the window shut. On a 5 spree right now, looking to find number 6. Paul's taking a couple of heavy tags. Big shots with the Diamondcon once again. And aBeZy at 6 now, trying to push this forward. Pace will slowly be stopped there as Dylan finds the kill, but Simp immediately on the wrap through their spawn, able to flank, maybe catch these players off spawn. And this timing is great. 1 for Simp, 2 for Simp, 3 for Simp. If he wants it, they're all around him, but he's going to go straight back to spawn. Simp! Oh, Simp, he's a monster! He's still cutting his way through these players. Any more to be had? No, Dylan's going to get it, but that could be a chance. Those kills are unbelievable. Final 10 seconds. Atlanta FaZe, once they hit the go button, there is no stopping them. Is anyone going to be there to get the time? Anyone there to contest? Arcitys watch the cross. Just going to cut these players down. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Atlanta FaZe is a 3-0 in control, and it is a 3-0 in the series.
Man, and I tell you, both teams able to create opportunities in many different situations, but FaZe really the only team to execute the entire series long. I mean, both teams able to capture the A point off the rip on Garrison. FaZe, they make light work of the round after that for the Ravens. Well, lose a couple gunfights, maybe get a bad timing here or there, and you just get punished immediately. I think aBeZy, every single map that he had at some point going on 5, 6, 7 spree. Arcitys, open up, and map number 1 goes on like a 14 spree or whatever it was that he had. I think it's the streaks that don't get counted with it, so maybe only 12 with the gun, but just feasted on the opposition, securing that top spot and making sure that, hey, we might have lost once against the Guerrillas. We're not going to let that happen again.
Well, that's what an angry FaZe looks like, and all things considered, a lot more Bruce Banner than Hulk. They were pretty calm and chill in that first map, but there was some heavy shades of green there on the control. Boy, oh boy. Atlanta FaZe back in the swing of things. The Ravens, I mean, it was tight. Like, apart from that last round, like, they were great rounds from the Ravens. They were good-looking stuff, and on the attack and defense, it was coming down to the wire. But again, once you give FaZe that opportunity on defense, they ran it home. Everything worked out for them. After that sad little two-piece we saw towards the brick side of the map when Shawnee lost control of the spawns, and there we go. Quick look at the stats, though. We can lament on this one later, but for Atlanta FaZe, man alive, they are back, baby. A big, big win. And Chance, are you surprised?
No, not in the slightest. I mean, a 3-0, I think, would have been the prediction for most people, and that's exactly what they get. Again, if Simp's tweeting out something like that is never going to happen again, I'm pissed off. That is the exact response you expect out of this team. Every single player across the board turned up when they needed to. Everyone played cool, calm, and collected. It may be a mistake or two, right? They give away the one round in the search and destroy where Zed hops on bomb, but it's just good plays that the Ravens were making. Outside of that, every single opportunity FaZe had, they capitalized to the fullest. And that is the type of momentum that they needed to get back in their favor, make sure nothing gets too crazy before they go into the major, where obviously they're going to be the team favored to win.
Always going to be team favored to win unless something crazy happens. Our scuff play of the game, friends, is going to be that lovely little run from Simp towards the end of control to absolutely seal the deal. Now, Chance, aside from hitting shots and being in the right place at the right time, was there anything else that the man is doing here that really sets him apart from the rest of the league?
I mean, it's really just filling in where your teammates fall, right? This was the aBeZy. He was in that exact spot on this map just a second ago where aBeZy falls out. Simp knows just to fall in line and then just ridiculously clean shots. It kind of cracks him up. He was like, what, 15 and 14 before that? It's like a 1.05 KD. Then he goes on a 6 spree, and the KD just spikes up to like a 1.3 or whatever it's going to be. So that's the difference maker, man. That's what a high KD looks like. It is good, consistent play with the occasional ridiculous spree, an expression of the talent that the kid has, but we expect it, man. It is a world champ for a reason.
World champ for a reason. Group A standings so far, FaZe sitting now top with the New York Subliners. 4-1. We'll go down to the tiebreakers to see how that one works out. Toronto Ultra 2-3 there. You can see them in the top. And that's going to be the winners bracket. That is that. Pretty much locked, man. I mean, Ravens, they had an opportunity to break it, but they couldn't quite get it done. Oh, man, like Group A was a sweaty one, to say the least. Here's the road to the major again, because it's been a crazy stage too, man. Like, we've seen it all. Like, it's just been unbelievable. And we've still got a few games left to play. But Charles, I mean, anything major, pun intended, going forward, and of course, or even looking back, as we see this roadmap.
I mean, honestly, the most important series probably of this entire section for the group was Toronto versus the Ravens, right? They played at a moment when Toronto wasn't looking too hot, and the Ravens were like, oh my God, they look incredible with Paul X and Zed on the team. But then Toronto came out, played the best on the day, got that 3-0 win, and that is the win that puts them over the top to get them in the winner's bracket. So a massive opportunity for the Canadian team to try to capitalize on once the major comes around.
Yeah, now, Charles, there's a big question, and a lot of people have been asking that have you and Gunless ever been seen in the room at the same time? I mean, there's this going around at the moment. I personally haven't seen you in quite some time. I've definitely not seen Gunless in quite some time. And I know there's a lot of people asking this question. Do you have anything to say in your defense, or are you the same person?
I mean, there's nothing to defend here. I will happily take that compliment, and I'd say even more so. If I had half of the COD skill that Gunless had, oh my God, I would be the Reaper in league play. Unfortunately, I don't know, he's 10 times the player that I am, so that is who I aspire to be in game.
You'd be Masters as well, surely. All right, let's throw this to a break. When we come back, Lottie's going to be talking to the mighty man himself, the living legend. It's Simp for our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army wants your warrior. Hello everybody and welcome to your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Joining me today I have Simp from the Atlanta FaZe. Now, quick question man, Simp, LAG, what the hell happened there?
I mean, it was honestly, obviously, I don't want to give any discredit to them, but I think we had a really bad off day yesterday, kind of just with our teamwork and our comms. I feel like it was very lacking for our last match. So going to this one, we made it a very important point that, in the one or two scrims or the couple scrims that leading up to this match, that was the one thing we had to work on, and I think it was a good wake-up call for us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, following on to that, has this kind of changed your perspective of the teams in the league and how you guys now need to be a little bit more dominant, or kind of maybe switched up the fact that you still have to put the work in and you still have to really be on top of your game as a team? You can't let loose.
Yes and no. I would say we take every match pretty seriously. I've always been a fan of, winning the league matches is great practice leading up to majors and champs and everything. So you want to take every match serious, no matter who it is. I think it was just a matter of us kind of having a really bad off day against them and kind of just not playing how we normally did.
Okay, I like this. Well, speaking of the major, obviously the major right around the corner, and I have no doubt you have your sights set on winning that. What is the Atlanta FaZe approach to this second major? How do you guys go into practice, out of practice, and then transition that into the major plays?
I would say it's the same as the major one. It's kind of just making sure we're fixing our small little mistakes, making sure our comms and teamwork are really up to par, because that's what's going to separate us from everyone else.
I love it, man. I love it. Simp, congratulations once again. That right there, what you just showed us, that's the Atlanta FaZe we know and love. The dominance is absolutely ridiculous yet again. Best of luck going forward in the major.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, everybody. So, Atlanta FaZe take first seed, NYSL takes second, and we have Ultra with third seed heading into the major for Group A. But the day has just begun, folks, so don't worry, don't go anywhere. We actually have another incredible match. Maven and Merc will be covering LA versus LA, coming right up after the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
Well, don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We both know what map we're on.
We both know what map we're on. We both know what it means, but do not hit F5. Do not adjust your devices. It is 5-0 right now. And the Los Angeles Guerrillas not only looking to take it here in the final round, but looking to make it a 6-0. My God, Arcitys, he's going to fight for it, but the writing is on the wall. It's a 6-0.
Nice. Go, guys. Good oh my God.
And that's how we play.
Go, man.
That's how we play.
Guys, I'm so clinical.
You guys won.
What an incredible win it was for the Guerrillas, but Joe, they may have screwed over the entire league in the process. If FaZe felt invincible, maybe felt they could get away with a lazy day with the comms not on point, it was a quick wake-up call. Is everybody else in more trouble going into the major?
I mean, I would say so. It's a bit of a wake-up call. I mean, maybe you would like to have that in like a winner's round 2 or something, but I think we saw it in stage 1. Atlanta FaZe, they tested out some maps. They're trying to deepen that map pool, and they got caught on it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You're in first place. But yes, they awakened the beast. We just saw that happen.
Yeah, that's it might be scarier now. We'll see how the upcoming major goes. But I do want to start and talk a little bit about the Thieves and what's going on with this team. We saw a tweet come in from the Thieves organization, from Kenny, not feeling well, dealing with a medical issue, so he's going to be out today. Tim's going to be coming in. Joe, just quick thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, I guess one good thing is that Temp played with this team, right? It's not like a sub that hasn't really played with this roster. The talent is still there. I saw Zin's tweet, maybe that we're going to see TJ at the flex. That might be the only thing for me to look out for, is maybe TJ playing the flex or Temp. But we know they have the talent, and here's Kenny. Obviously, good luck to the boys today on our Astro social soundboard. And the puppy just so cute. He's got his watch partner today. Kenny, we hope you feel better. That's all that really matters.
Oh, I love Easter. I love dogs. And I love you, Joe. It's going to be an incredible day.
It is. We got some great matches to end Sunday. I feel good, maybe.
We do. I am too. And we did see, I think Tim kind of tweeted last night something along the lines of, I might be going rogue. Like, he might be flying and frying. We'll see how it plays out. But first, let's focus on the other side of this. Guerrillas, they have that massive win against FaZe. Silly's an absolute monster. The team maybe finally clicking, rekindling that magic the three of them saw back in Call of Duty World War II. Let's take a look at the roster.
Getting it done. No, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the LAG. Silly finds the first. Lovely teamwork.
My God. Dealt with the pressure inside the hill and the double nade from Apathy.
Salt lines him up, finds himself too.
Vivid just has the one to win against Octane.
And Vivid has got his number. Beautiful round. Fantastic execution from the LA Guerrillas.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Joe, I think the question for many people is, you kind of heard Simp say it, not to take credit away from them, but they were off that day. Do you think this match will tell us more about whether Guerrillas is finding form or that really was an off day from FaZe?
Well, it's like, an off day for FaZe, and now you're playing an LA. Now you're playing an LA Thieves team that may be a little bit weaker. The only thing for Guerrillas is you got to put 2 matches together. I think I look back at the Major 1 and winners round 1 when, they beat Los Angeles Thieves. And that was just sort of okay, is this Guerrillas team here? Are they for real? What's going to happen? And then after that, they lost. They lost, 2 in a row, I think, or something like that. And we're out of the Major. So I think they have to find consistency now. That's really the big question mark for Guerrillas.
Yeah, and maybe something to build upon here. FaZe don't come out on their best foot. Yeah, now a sub and play 400 Thieves. It's going to be a new look roster, probably not for long, as Kenny, I'm sure, is healing. We'll be back in action soon enough, as we all love to watch him play. But I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Maybe with the pressure off, this team is going to show up and fight. Let's meet the LA Thieves.
One shot for the kill, the breeze cut freeze up, straight shot for the kill, we're talking. Taking over pieces and shares of all sky high, check the movement is here, yeah. Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Joe, I'm going to ask you a kind of question from left field.
Boy.
We talk about a team like OpTic or, Thieves with, Nate Shot, the owner, massive organization, world champions on the team, and there's a lot of pressure. It's kind of, win or nothing type mentality, I think, for a lot of these players. It's been a very frustrating stage. They are performing horrifically compared to what we expect from them. Is there something here with playing with a sub and maybe not a lot on the line for them that they can loosen up a little bit? Maybe, we're playing a video game after all. Just try and have some fun. Go out and enjoy yourself. I feel like they've been so frustrated.
That's it for 10 for me. You kind of got one of my keys, but yeah, that's really it. Yeah, pressure's kind of off right now. You can't get to the winner's bracket. You're starting the elimination bracket. So either way, I think for them, it's just try to get some momentum on their side. Here's a look at our maps and modes. The one thing that maybe stands out on my end is the hardpoints. Both teams 0-2 on raid hardpoint, but the checkmate was a bit of a question mark for me. I thought Guerrillas should have stuck with Apocalypse. It worked out, but they're 1-4 on checkmate hardpoint. That one one is against. It's the Los Angeles Thieves from that stage 1. So they're thinking, let's give them a little bit more of that nightmare that we gave them in that major.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe that is what we'll see, but yeah, just some big questions on either side of this. For 100 Thieves, or for LA Thieves, how do you perform with Kenny out and Temp in? Can Venom finally get comfortable, as he has not had a debut like some of the other rookies? And then for Guerrillas, are you reaching that potential? Are you going to be the real deal now? Can you show back-to-back consistent efforts?
Yeah, if we can, observers, if we could start with TJ, I would just like to see what he's going to be running off the start. Who's going to be the flex player as we go to raid hardpoint? That's really the big question mark for me. Slasher going to be that main AR, but who is going to be his duo in that position? So it will be TJ. And we heard that maybe at times, when the roster change did come through with Venom, that TJ maybe a chance to run that second AR, but they felt comfortable with Kenny. And not to start, Vivid takes down 2 Venom. He's going to be inside kitchen, so they're going to lose some early time. But now the focus on that rotation, can they break on through?
Well, how difficult, Joe, is it? He's primarily played a sub. I know he's had some flex experience in his career, but to make a switch like this overnight.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's very difficult. I think Temp is he's fine running a second sub. He's run flex before. It doesn't really matter for TJ. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw an AR in his hands. I have no clue.
Yeah, well, I'm asking just because, I think to maybe some casual viewers, you play pubs, you think, they can run a sub, they can run an AR, but a little trickier than that.
Yeah, well, I think for TJ, if it's actually something he's wanted to do and been vocal about, this is going to be the match to show it, to show what he can do with that second AR. Because that's really been the big question, just trying to get those 4 players with Kenny on this roster comfortable in which sort of formation, I guess, if you want to call it, produces results. But we go over to kitchen. LA Thieves, they're able to break through on the first. They got some time, but the push around back laundry doesn't turn into anything. 6 kills in a row for Los Angeles Guerrillas locking down this kitchen.
Yeah, and I was going to highlight Silly, but really everybody popping off right now. But he had a terrific series against FaZe. And, I think of moments throughout his career where he was a beast. I remember some of his matchups back in IW against, I remember Zero in his squads. Whenever they'd match up, Silly's just dropping 40s, dominating the map. He can hit peak form and be an absolute menace. I just want to see more of it.
That's really, him and Assault, that's sort of the definition of those two at times, throughout their careers. But, yeah, they played great yesterday versus Atlanta FaZe, and, now it's just can they reproduce that? And so far, so good here on raid hardpoint. Yeah, Venom, the last player alive inside a gym right now. He's the only player for Los Angeles Thieves kind of pushed up in a position. They're going to know he's there. He's going to hit the shot punch, try to stay alive. aBeZy, though, with a pinch through art. He takes down 2. 4 dead right now for Los Angeles Thieves.
That's 8 in a row as well, and full streaks for Papa App, and it keeps on going. Temp, welcome back to the league, pal. aBeZy is your dad, as he just goes on an absolute tear. The lead is massive. Whoa, App's on a streak. How about Silly? It's getting silly inside of the hardpoint. He's 9-1 and close to earning some streaks too. Thieves are starting out great.
This is
was sarcastic.
Not the best start at all. But I mean, it's tough to, you know, I know they've played with them, but it's just difficult to transition with different players in different positions, and now you have streaks coming down. And Raid is a map where you very much have to be on point, because if you're not, the score can look like this. It is ugly.
Well, Joe, maybe there's some kind of audio issue. Maybe the players can't hear each other. Let's check it out. Let's go to an Astro listen-in with LA Thieves.
I have your whole backing up.
Here. Look at my front right now.
Yeah, I'm looking front too.
Focus on top, Bill.
I'm looking at your top in the kitchen. Just playing your small. I'm shaking.
Might try to curve it.
Yeah. I hit your front. Front. I got one. Nice.
Was it kitchen too?
Money front. Close front, corner.
Money front. Front, close right.
Here.
Front, one shot in the back.
Sliding at him.
Laundry spawn.
Get back on you guys.
Back.
Get to me. I'm one shot, Teach. I'm looking at pillars.
Close on the back. Close me, Vivid. Leave me, Wilson. Leave me. Pillars. It'll be money row.
One's on new.
Silly's ring, bro. Front kitchen too.
Nothing in the back on me.
A spawn laundry.
Okay.
Mid-zig,
Justin. Barely.
Money. Vivid's back
money. Mid-zig, Justin. Alright, Assault's gonna go kitchen.
They have laundry. Money, assault. I'm looking closer, jeez. I'm plugging kitchen in. Take your time. We're deep.
Black Van, Vivid.
Spawn
Black Van, Vivid dead.
Nice, good pick.
Zig dead.
Nice. I'm about to hit pillars.
Only one. Ring.
I'm saying now. Watch pillars from middle. I can look pull.
I have your pull.
Watch pillars.
I'm looking kitchen. One pool. Bottom pool. Tiki.
Kitchen weak. Two of them. Two kitchen.
Hey, top ring. App is Tiki's gonna be water. Okay, one top ring.
Keep playing those.
Top ring. Water, app.
Soul ring.
Hey. I'm gonna work for Soul. Where's he at?
He's back ring. Trying to jump out left.
Top ring, dead.
God,
right now, pillars on pillars.
I'm so weak, bro.
One kitchen dead. Still close pillars. Røkkr, one shot.
I think I saw and heard it all from TJ there. He was kind of whirlwind in a couple gunfights, then just beamed somebody out of the window. Then on his third kill in a row, Joe, I believe he said I'm close to streaks.
Yeah, no, he did. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what number he thought he was on, but all the streaks were coming down from Guerrillas. And I think that the Los Angeles Thieves, especially at basketball, did a pretty good job. 2 streaks were called in. They got majority of the time. Another streak, though, comes in on that 5th hill. But, yeah, TJ, 3 is not really close to 7. I mean, almost half, but not quite there.
When you're getting bombarded by artillery, a 3 can look like an 8, Joe.
I guess if you're not seeing straight, but I know
Coach
Cap. Listen, the mathematician Cap, he's not going to like that. But it looks like, I think that's all the streaks gone for the Guerrillas. So they've survived that bombardment. And I mean, you're down 70. I mean, it's not a horrible look.
It looks better than I guess I thought it would, considering how it felt. I mean, Silly's 17-6. Yeah, you had 4 streaks in play. I mean, they might still get smoked, but yeah, it's closer than maybe I expected. But what a start! And a stick from Assault is the men in purple just continue to dominate the map. Vivid, tons of engagements. His teammates just picking up those streaks, quality shots on the TJ there at mid-map as they look to hit that 200-point mark. And well, since we kind of highlighted that this lead wasn't that big, I don't think Thieves scored a point, but now they get something going. But you had like an 8 streak for Silly, 8 streak for App, 5 in a row now for Assault, make it 6. 7, Venom, would you like to be part of the club? Sure you do. 7 in a row now for Assault, 18-10. Timp wants to join the fray as well. Good luck. Assault is on point.
Yeah, Zane, it was looking better when I thought they were going to break and get the scrap time at ring, and then that doesn't happen. They all go through the middle of the map, and then that streak just sort of happens. Like, they had a couple opportunities at Los Angeles Thieves to fight back into that, but individual plays, the streaks now for Assault, they only need 30 more points.
They're outslaying by 30 or something like that.
It's a lot.
It's right around, yeah, I think it's right around 30. Like, this is one of the more lopsided, maybe not the scoreline when it's all said and done, but from a slaying standpoint, like, they are just getting cooked. And it's obviously an unfortunate, series of events right now for Thieves, but I guess part of me expected it to be a bit more competitive coming out map 1, and it hasn't been.
Yeah, maybe this is, if they go to checkmate hardpoint, maybe they, again, I doubt TJ's ran flex, so maybe they have Temp run that second AR. We'll see what happens if we get to that map number 4. With how strong of a team Los Angeles Guerrillas has been in Search and Destroy. But yeah, I mean, that was the one thing where Los Angeles Thieves We know that they have a lot of talented individuals on their squad where they could have made this interesting. If they're just all on point and they're shooting really straight, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. But Guerrillas have responded. Their players have really stepped on up. And as you said, the streaks coming in from basically everyone has made this pretty ugly.
Has it felt, I feel like a couple times, I swear, like TJ's centering like looks off. Like he's, I don't know, expecting to snap a little bit faster, like with a sub and just shooting a little behind people. I don't know. We'll see if he can get into more of a groove. But the 173rd streak of the game one gets called in as Guerrillas look to close this out. Off the back of their massive win over FaZe, they continue to click, they continue to fry, and they're victims now, the LA Thieves.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're ever allowed to critique someone centering. I just don't think that's allowed in the Maven book of
I don't know.
commentary.
Go back and watch it. I swear it just looks a little off sometimes. I don't know.
I just don't think you're allowed to be the one to really point that out.
You want me to tweet you some clips from this morning? Because I was grinding COD at 5 a.m.
No, I don't. I'm just, no.
Okay.
I'm
I
going to
can
take
send you a
TJ
bunch,
100
Joe.
out of 100 versus you, you know?
I can send you a bunch. Best car in the world.
now TJ, though, he's able to find 3 kills, and maybe he's getting a little warmed up. Maybe he's getting a little warmed up. Is once again, they survive all the streaks of basketball, but it's just 3 more seconds needed for Guerrillas. And that should do it as they lock up a hardpoint win.
Silly's
and that's
30
a
and
very
12.
big deal.
Even 30 and 12. We haven't even got to our keys to victory yet. And Joe, I'm going to ask you. So just for viewers at home, you know, the commentators will work through the keys to victory, go through the stats, we come up with stuff. And Joe typically does the brunt of the work because he's the analyst between the two of us. He's a smart one, the Call of Duty champion. But I couldn't sleep last night. At 1:30 in the morning, I decided, you know what, I'm going to work on the keys to victory. And I sent Joe this long email with him. Joe, out of 10, how'd I do for my first time?
Pretty good. I mean, pretty good. Yeah. You could like write an article. There was a lot of substance, but you had to find the keys. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. I sort of just spilled words on the page, didn't I, Joe? But
you just got writing. You were locked in, just on your keyboard, just typing away.
Yeah, I sure was. Tim, I don't know what that face is, but obviously not pleased with how the map 1 went. But you got to be feeling good if you're Guerrillas. We're going to talk more about Cellium and how good he's been. But look at that. You have a 9 streak from Assault, a 9 streak from aBeZy, a 7 streak from Cellium. I thought it was 8 streaks for both of them, so it was higher than I thought. 30 and 12 is just, that's insane numbers. Cellium is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, you got to give Guerrillas props. This is what we were looking for, especially in that hard point. It has been an absolute struggle for them. So to control that map, number 1, go up 1-0, it's a big deal with how good of a search and destroy team they've been. And we talked about it for LA Thieves. That's where you were kind of maybe just trying to sneak in, is in that respawn, but not able to do so.
All right, well, map 1 is in the books. Guerrillas, smoke them. Absolutely dominate, but search and destroy right around the corner. We'll be back after this break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenny, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenny Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenny.com/gaming.
Hello CDL fam, thank you so much for watching. Do you guys fancy getting your hands on more rewards? Then make sure you click on the rewards button right next to the diamond icon, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more CDL content.
Welcome back. LA Thieves will look to regain after the map 1 beatdown. Guerrillas, got to be feeling good. Continue the groove, but let's look at our game fuel keys to victory. Joe, you fixed these for me. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we talked about Silly. I mean, he was just an absolute beast. The #1 X factor as well in Search and Destroy. I mean, look at that, 2.13 KD in wins, 0.62 in losses. What is one of their sort of weaknesses, though? It's offensive control rounds, 3 and 22 in attack rounds, last in the CDL, 1 and 8 on Garrison and Checkmate. The good thing, you're playing raid control where you're 2 and 1, so there's a little bright spot there. And then I thought coming into this that Apocalypse could be their sort of bright spot, right? They were trying to get things going in hardpoint where they were 5 and 15, 11th in the CDL, now 6 and 15. And you know, they played really well against FaZe, but they're going to play Checkmate because they beat Thieves on Checkmate. So.
Well, great breakdown there for Guerrillas. Joe, talk me through the keys for Thieves.
It's really simple. It has to be around the slang. I try to stay away from it as much as possible, but I mean, that's just it. When they played them at the first major, they got outslayed. They got 3-0. No player was positive on the team. Venom right now is the lowest KD in the league since joining. He needs to step up going into the major. We got to see something from this young gun. Then Temp, I mean, listen, I have no idea what the roster situation is like or what's going to happen, but today, have some fun. He's the #2 hardpoint X factor in the CDL, 1.2 in wins, 0.7 in losses, and that map #1 where they all got smoked, they lost.
Yeah, it's like you can look at it two ways, I guess. Either, yeah, he goes in, tries to fry, enjoy himself, or he tries to make a point. Like, you bench the wrong guy, and he comes in and just takes over. Obviously, it doesn't happen in the map 1, but, and you know, we're not inside his head exactly what the focus is, but I feel like there's kind of a couple ways you can go about it.
Oh, just, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's no pressure, have some fun, just try to, I mean, you're trying to win. I mean, that's really it, but it's just so
well,
tough.
There's pressure on, no pressure on the team, maybe it's kind of on Temp, right? Like, you're on the bench.
I
feel like
disagree,
there's some,
100%
well,
disagree.
Not in this series, but just in general, like to try and get a starting spot. Like, you don't think there's any pressure on him at all?
Nope. Nope.
All right. I've never been on a bench in my career, so I can't relate.
No. That's because you haven't been on a team in your career.
That's also true, Joe. All right, now for the Search and Destroy, Guerrillas want to take the beat down to Miami.
Yeah, where they, I mean, they've been such a good Search and Destroy team. You know, one of the best in our league. It's one of their strong points. And well, they are 3 and 2 on this map. LA Thieves 2 and 1. First offense, they're going to go towards the A side, and when you're playing with a sub, basically, Search and Destroy is really where it's tough. I mean, if you're slaying well on respawns, the game will just kind of slow down. It will come to you. And Search and Destroy, everybody's going to be on the same page, how you react off one another.